Hey guys, thank you for watching the SlatRock channel. If you're new here, don't forget to subscribe and hit that bell icon to get notified every time we post a new video. And if you've already done so, just make sure that it's still active. Here's your news for July 20, 2019. We're starting off with some WWE 24/7 Championship news, as the new title continues to be one of the most entertaining parts of WWE in 2019. Yesterday, Drake Maverick continued his hunt for current champion R-Truth, taking his quest to be a three-time 24/7 champion all the way to the San Diego Comic-Con, though he wasn't the only WWE star to try and claim the gold. When R-Truth showed up for what he believed to be an interview with IGN, it was actually a trap orchestrated by WWE's resident superhero Hurricane Helms, who was able to get a 2 count on the rapping superstar but didn't win the title. It was at this point in the scuffle that Maverick showed up, though he too was unable to get the pinfall, and Truth was able to slip away into the convention still with his title. After coming up short once again, Maverick clearly wasn't pleased, and spoke about how this title is ruining his life and his marriage due to his wife's rule that they won't be consummating anything until he wins the title back. When R-Truth will eventually lose the title remains a mystery, but one thing we know for sure is that there is no time to rest when he's holding that belt. Looking ahead to next week's Raw now, and this coming Monday's 3-hour show is set to be one of the biggest ever in the show's 26-and-a-half-year history, as superstars from the past and present will meet for the Raw Reunion. While the show will feature icons like Hulk Hogan, Stone Cold Steve Austin, Razor Ramon, and DX, not every legend will be attending. Figure 4 Daily has reported that Bret Hart will not be appearing this Monday, despite receiving an invitation by the company. This will come as a huge blow for many fans who enjoy seeing the Hitman, as well as a huge blow for Natalya, who might have been able to get some words of wisdom from her uncle before her Raw Women's title match at SummerSlam against Becky Lynch. While the reason for Hart not showing is unclear, it should be noted that the Hitman's last major wrestling appearance came at AEW's Double or Nothing, when he unveiled the brand new AEW World Heavyweight Championship. In addition, Hart's last major appearance with WWE came at this year's Hall of Fame ceremony, which ended with a fan attacking the 2-time Hall of Famer, so it's understandable that the Canadian might be cautious about returning to the company. Hart not appearing has caused rumors to speculate that he signed a deal with the new promotion, as AEW commentator Jim Ross was also offered an invite to appear at the reunion by Vince McMahon himself, but also turned it down. With or without Bret, the show is still expected to be a huge event and one that fans can't wait for. Not just a huge nostalgia trip, the WWE are no doubt hoping that next week's show will continue to bring in viewers, who have only started to return in recent weeks after months of shockingly low viewing figures. While Raw is going to have an epic show next week, they're not the only ones, as WWE is holding a special SmackDown house show in Nashville, which will air live on the WWE Network. Called Smackville, the live event will take place on July 27th, with several matches already announced. At the event, WWE Champion Kofi Kingston will put his title on the line against both Samoa Joe and Dolph Ziggler, while Finn Balor will hope to become a 3-time Intercontinental Champion when he faces the man who beat him for the gold, Shinsuke Nakamura. On the women's side of things, SmackDown Women's Champion Bayley will defend her title in triple threat action against Alexa Bliss and Charlotte Flair, and with still a week to go before the house show, expect some more huge blockbuster matches to be announced. Speaking of huge events, WWE have confirmed that this year's Hell in a Cell pay-per-view will take place October 6th and will happen at the Golden Center in Sacramento, California. Local advertising is showing that Kofi Kingston will take on Randy Orton, though it's unclear whether this will be for the WWE Championship. The adverts are also stating that Seth Rollins will be taking on Drew McIntyre at the event, and this could be for the Universal title if the Architect slays the Beast Brock Lesnar once again, this time at SummerSlam. Back to Monday Night Raw now, and it seems the Red Brand is a good place to be under the orders of Executive Director Paul Heyman. Since the ECW magnate took over, the show has featured more envelope-pushing content, and according to Tom Collahue, the superstars who competed in this week's 10-man Battle Royal is an indication of who will be the most prominently featured from now on. This is certainly interesting, as the match featured a mix of stars, including both former world champions like Roman Reigns, Randy Orton, and Seth Rollins, as well as wrestlers yet to taste the gold like Braun Strowman and Cesaro. It should be noted, though, that Raw is still ultimately Vince McMahon's show, so any ideas that Heyman may have for WWE's flagship show will have to go past the chairman first. One superstar who hasn't been seen on the red brand in quite a while is Ronda Rousey, though that may be changing in the not-so-distant future. Rousey, who joined WWE in a whirlwind of hype at last year's Royal Rumble, had an incredible rookie year, winning her debut match at WrestleMania 34 as well as capturing the Raw Women's title with ease at SummerSlam 2018. Losing her WrestleMania 35 main event to Becky Lynch, the Hot Rod hasn't been seen on WWE TV since April, though Brian Alvarez of the Wrestling Observer newsletter is saying that WWE's deal with Fox may see the former champion return, saying, "I have not heard a whisper of Ronda coming back anytime soon, but I would not be surprised. In fact, it's practically a guarantee that they would want to get her back for the Fox debut, even just to make an appearance." It's no secret that WWE are trying to make a big deal out of their debut on Fox when the Blue brand makes the move this October, so it comes as no surprise that the company would want to have the UFC Hall of Famer appear. Another huge name the company are reportedly hoping for the show is The Rock, and while it would be great to see the inventor of the term SmackDown appear on what many called for years his show, the Brahma Bull's movie schedule makes him a busy man, so only time will tell if he appears. Now, we all know that WWE and Giants go together like Mick Foley and Thumbtacks, and even though the company has focused on smaller, more athletic stars in recent years, the time of the Giant doesn't seem to be over just yet. With the Big Show's lengthy career winding down and Kane off working as the mayor of Knox County, Tennessee, it's clear the company is in need of a new big man. And though Braun Strowman is pretty massive, standing at 6'8", he's not quite the same size as the two legends. It seems WWE found their answer, though, in the form of Jordan Amogbihin, and I apologize if I mispronounced that name, who signed with the company last October alongside Chelsea Green, Mia Yim, and Matt Riddle. Originally from Nigeria, Amogbihin is listed at 7 foot 3 inches tall, so it'll come as no surprise that basketball is a part of his history. Going to high school in Virginia, the colossal superstar would later play at a college level for the University of South Florida and Morgan State before transitioning to the squared circle. Though he's still green and has so far only been seen squashing smaller jobbers, Amogbihin could certainly be something big, pardon the pun, in WWE, and has been partnered up with Courtney Moore, which should certainly help the 7-foot star in the personality department. While the Nigerian Superstar's future in WWE looks bright, one superstar we can't ever see returning to the company is Enzo Amore, who has continued to make headlines since being fired from the company in January last year. Earlier this month, the former Cruiserweight champion had a spat with Joey Janela, culminating in an alleged fistfight between the two at a Blink-182 concert. This week, WWE Hall of Famer X-Pac commented on this and decided to share a story that the certified G probably doesn't want fans to know about. To watch him say shit about Joey for not wanting any of that smoke, I watched fucking Chris Jericho. Jericho was drunk, there we were at the Rainbow, he fucking punched fucking Enzo in the ribs so fucking hard. I couldn't believe Enzo didn't do anything about it. Then he fucking fish-hooked him by the nose with his pinky like this in front of everybody, and Enzo didn't do shit. So where's the badass then? With this being a first-hand account from Sean Waltman, it's hard not to believe him, especially when you consider that Amore apparently wasn't a well-liked person during his time on the main roster. Constantly rubbing people the wrong way, Amore would eventually be kicked off the company's tour bus by the usually mellow Roman Reigns, so if Chris Jericho did attack him, Amore almost certainly had it coming. From one DX member to another now, as much like X-Pac, Shawn Michaels will be appearing at Monday's Raw Reunion, but that isn't the only thing planned for the showstopper. The next night, Michaels will also be working on the commentary team for SmackDown Live, and though this has led to speculation that Mr. WrestleMania could be making a long-term commitment to the Blue brand, this isn't the case, according to F4W Online, who have noted that the Heartbreak Kids commentary deal is just a one-night gig. This is certainly an interesting choice by WWE, and though Michaels is known as one of the greatest talkers in WWE history on the mic, it's unclear how he would do as a commentator, so it seems in everyone's interest to have the former WWE champion do the role for just one night next week. Well guys, that's our news for today. Let us know your thoughts down in the comments below. If you like this video, don't forget to check out our previous video, 10 huge, shocking WWE 2019 rumors you need to know about. Also check out our other high-rated videos by clicking at the upper right-hand corner or down in the description field. Don't forget to hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and the bell icon so you don't miss a single new video. You can follow us on Facebook and Twitter, and as always, thank you for watching.